We invite all listeners to tune in every Thursday at approximately 7:25 a.m. for Tutor Speaks, a program which deals with all issues affecting teachers, schools, and the education sector in general. So join us right here on I-95.5 every Thursday morning at 7:25. A blessed good morning to all I-95.5 listeners. This is the segment Tutor Speaks, and I am your presenter, Patricia Eversley. This morning, I wish to focus once again on the Secondary Entrance Assessment, or S.E.A. A recent print article presented an in-depth analysis of this examination process and ended with the call for teachers, the people who know best about education, to lead the charge for change, meaningful change. This is a call that resonates with the majority of primary school educators. As teachers, and especially as teachers who supervise the assessment, we witness firsthand the stress and trauma experienced by our young students. We see them sitting in the room, nervously waiting for the start, tears streaming down their faces. Or they come on the morning, cold sweating, shaking, feeling nauseous. During the exam, we see them struggle through the paper. Sometimes because there is a poorly written item. Supervisors and testers cannot assist in any way or interact with the paper. They can only encourage students to try their best, then sit back and look on at their frustrations. After this year's installment of the S.E.A., the president of the Trinidad and Tobago Unified Teachers Association, Mr. A. Dhularie, commented that there were issues with some items on the paper. The minister was quick to deny this, but only later to admit that there were indeed issues with a few items. An item with an issue can seriously throw off a child's concentration and negatively impact their overall performance. Modern education systems around the world would never subject their students to such a high-stakes examination at such a tender age. Our curriculum is said to be loosely based on the Singapore model. If this is indeed so, we need to take a few more pages from Singapore's book. Singapore will no longer compare students' performance to each other. Report books will no longer show students' position in the class. Students aged 6 to 8 will not have any exams at all, and mid-year exams will also be removed for some older students. Teachers there will still use assessments to check for understanding and to get and give feedback. But Singapore's aim is to show that learning is not a competition. Their intent is to prepare young people for the future, to let pupils focus on their own progress, to discourage unhealthy comparison with peers, to free up more time and space in schools to adjust to new subjects, and to encourage and motivate self-learning. Their Ministry of Education wants to reduce the excessive focus on marks and help students meet the challenges of an increasingly complex world, where soft skills like creativity and leadership are likely to increase in importance. They want their children to be lifelong learners. But we persist in this testing aspect of education, even though researchers in the fields of education and medical science have repeatedly pointed out the harmful effects. Nothing fundamental about the exam has changed, except the name and the date. Indeed, education researchers are reluctant to condemn and denounce the assessment arrangement. We keep talking about the issue, but the decision makers are supremely afraid of angering the people who perpetuate this injustice. If we think about it, we can identify those who want this separate the sheep from the goats assessment. Which schools want only the creme de la creme? Which schools do not want the marish and the parish through their gates? Which schools, as the Excellency President Paula May Weeks suggested, wish to maintain an elitist status quo? The S.E.A. outlived its usefulness decades ago. By continuing with this antiquated approach, we are only making children hate school. Continuation of this high-stakes assessment ensures that the returns on our education investment are limited. It reduces education to mere certification and handicaps our ability to ensure that all our children are given the opportunity to realize their full human potential, to add value to their own lives and to society. As teachers, for the best interest of the country, and with our body of specialized skills and knowledge, we must call for, promote, and insist upon that meaningful change. You have been listening to Tutor Speaks. You can contact us at president@ttuta.org, that is president@tutor.org, or telephone Tutor's head office at 645-2134, 645-3825, or 663-2738, or contact Mr. Dhularie at 681-8057.